welcome to all our World Bioeconomy Forum followers from all over the globe. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we will be talking about that wonderful continent, Africa, in particular, Eastern Africa and its approach to the bioeconomy. Surely there is a huge amount of opportunities for the bioeconomy on that continent. The region has recently launched its bioeconomy strategy, and we are delighted to have Mr. Muyambi Fortunate with us today, who is the Deputy Executive Secretary of the East African Science and Technology Commission, an institution of the East African community in charge of projects and programs. Mr. Fortunate is also a Principal Officer, Innovation, Technology, Development and Acquisition at the institution. He also promotes and coordinates the development, management and application of science and technology to support regional integration and socio-economic development in the EAC region. Mr. Fortunate is definitely a very busy man. So welcome, Muyambi. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, Mark.
Excellent. I think we'll just go straight into the interview questions, if you like.
Yes.
Okay, so can you please describe your role in the bioeconomy and give us a brief introduction into the work that you do?
Thank you, Mark. As you have described it, I work for East African Science and Technology Commission, which is a specialized institution of East African community. And the East African Science and Technology Commission promotes and coordinates the development, management, and application of science and technology, support regional integration. And at the EASTECO, I'm the Deputy Executive Secretary, Head of Department of Programs and Projects, responsible for projects and program activity implementation in the 7 EAC partner states. Now we have added the Democratic Republic of Congo. Before there were 6.
Wow.
I'm responsible for promoting and coordinating the development of science and technology. And one of the programs that I coordinate and manage is the East African Regional Bioeconomy Program. So the program started with the development of the EAC Regional Bioeconomy Strategy in 2019 in collaboration with the EAC partner states and stakeholders. And thanks to BioInnovate Africa program for funding its development. Secondly, the activity under the Bioeconomy program is the development of the Bioeconomy Observatory Knowledge Sharing Portal that is providing regular data for policymakers to monitor the development of the bioeconomy and accordingly support the implementation of EAC Regional Bioeconomy Strategy. This has enabled the EAC region to regularly assess the progress and the impact of bioeconomy, and the observatory also as a one-stop access to data, knowledge, and intelligence on the bioeconomy in Eastern Africa. The second activity under the Bioeconomy program that I'm running is the convening of the EAC Regional Bioeconomy Conferences. So far, 2 regional conferences have been held, and the third will be next year, October 2013. And this will be the African Continental Bioeconomy Conference. We are leaving now East Africa. We are going now to go to African Continental Bioeconomy Conference. So this conference provides an opportunity for scientists, technologists, and innovators from academia, public and private sector to network and share their experiences of bioeconomy development in Africa, including appropriate enabling environment to foster bioeconomic growth. And also these conferences allow participants showcase their bio-innovation to attract new investment opportunities. And the last activity that is being implemented now is the nationalization of the regional bioeconomy strategy at the partner state level. So we developed the regional one, but our partner states also need to develop their national policies. And this will involve supporting the EAC partner states to develop their national bioeconomy. Thank you, Mark. That is the program so far we are running, and we look forward for collaboration with the Global Bioeconomy Forum. Thank you.
Okay, well, that was an excellent answer. Very, very comprehensive. I mean, when you bring the Congo into that area, that suddenly becomes a very large area. I mean, it's a large area to begin with, but that's How do you manage that? Do you travel around frequently to these places? How does it? What's a day in your life like?
East African Community Science and Technology Commission, we work with the national institutions. So we have focal points. And these focal points are the national councils of science and technology, ministries responsible for science and technology, ministries responsible for ES affairs, and also research and academia institutions. So we work with them, and our role is to coordinate activities. So sometimes we go to these partner states, have meetings with them from one partner state to another, and also having think tanks for dialogues within the for the bioeconomy. Actually, now we have also added another activity. Every 6 months, we shall be having a bioeconomy dialogue in each partner state.
Okay. Wow, that's actually quite amazing. I mean, there must be a lot of stakeholders involved in the bioeconomy in this region.
We have enough. We have a big stakeholders profile in EAC.
Wow, that's great. Excellent. Okay, I'll move on to my next question, which is regarding the strategy. So the East African Bioeconomy Strategy has just been launched, which is covering countries Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. And now you say also the Congo region, yes? So it's among a few regional biostrategies besides the EU strategy that we have. So congratulations on a huge achievement, really, which is just seems to be growing. Fantastic.
Thank you.
So you're saying that over 30% of the region's GDP can be directly attributed to agriculture and other bioeconomy related sectors.
Yes.
So clearly the sector plays a major role.
Yes.
What do you see as the most promising areas in the bioeconomy in Africa?
Thank you, Mark. Actually, we are very proud of our bioeconomy strategy because it is the second in the whole of the world.
Yeah.
And we hope to benchmark with the European Union by strategy, which has just been reviewed. And also we shall also have a midterm review of our bioeconomy strategy after 5 years. So yes, we see a strong base in the sector, and we have a lot of promising areas in the bioeconomy in East Africa. So I can see bioeconomy promising in the following areas. One, in the bio-based technologies and solutions that strengthen food and feed products that ensure food security. That's one of the niche area which we are promising, which is promising in EAC. The second is the bio-based healthcare sector. This is also very huge. It contributes towards the healthy population with improving well-being, addressing regional priorities, and building on indigenous knowledge and practice. So bio-based health sector is also one of the areas that is promising. The fourth is the industries that stimulate sustainable economic growth and that add value to the underutilized renewable resources in the region. So this is also a big area which is promising in the EAC for bioeconomy. And lastly is the production of use of sustainable bioenergy and development of ranges of bioenergy products for both household and industry purposes. So this is also another area where we see a lot of promising for bioeconomy in the region. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. So when you say bioenergy, how is that? What is the bioenergy activity there? What are you using?
Currently, there are many programs that are even developing biodiesel in the region. In Tanzania, they have already started Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda. They have already started the biodiesel, and also creating from the waste. They are creating bio briquettes for cooking.
Yeah.
They are also using a lot of biogas for cooking in the region. So it is a lot of promising, especially biogas in the household. It is quite a lot now.
Yeah. And then that allows the wood then to be used for something else, which is a great idea. Yes. Excellent. Okay. So my next question is, innovation is also playing a major role in your strategy. Can you elaborate on how you maintain and foster innovation?
Thank you, Mark. Our bioeconomy strategy is based on innovation. Actually, before we had called it the EAC Regional Innovation-Led Bioeconomy Strategy.
Yeah.
So it really anchors on innovation. So, and to tell you, Mark, that innovation will be done through enhancing the bioeconomy innovation systems, through facilitating the connection of R&D actors. We have research and development actors in the region and entrepreneurs, especially the startup businesses, to afford financing. So we want to link the R&D and entrepreneurs to the industry. That is something which we are innovative on. And also we have to be also innovative in the strategy really gives a base on the access of capital and credit facilities under reasonable terms, which is going to be very critical for the implementation of bioeconomy in the region. And to successfully bring in the new bioproducts to market, new funding partnerships are necessary, in which innovation, risks, and business development costs are borne by the several different parties. So it is something that we have to find the markets and also new funding partnership for innovation of bioeconomy in the region. And lastly, the professional incubating services are very key to bioeconomy. And through supporting the introduction of new bio-based products and techniques and technologies to market, stimulate business-to-business collaboration, and supporting private sector actors in the EAC region also to collaborate with international companies is also important in this context. So those are the areas where I see that we have to maintain and foster innovation for bioeconomy. Thank you, Mark.
Excellent. It really is heartening to know that such a lot of work is going on in the bioeconomy in that particular region. I mean, as we said earlier, Africa's got so much potential. It's really good to know that you're doing so much work there. Fantastic. Great.
Thank you.
Okay, so next, the final question. In our World Bioeconomy Forum this year, which will be held in Ruka in September, the World Bioeconomy Forum talks on climate is going to be the main theme, which is where we're going to learn about the bioeconomy, bioproducts role in climate change mitigation. Can you share your views on this topic? I mean, how important are bioproducts for climate change mitigation? And how do you see the role of bioeconomy in relation to climate change?
Thank you, Mark. Actually, this is also our bioeconomy strategy anchors mostly on the climate change mitigation adaptation in the region. First of all, the creation of the new forms of sustainable bioenergy and the conversion of waste materials to useful products plays an important role in protecting the environment and combating climate change. So once we are converting waste into bioenergy and also waste materials into useful products, we are actually combating climate change. Also creating new forms of clean, sustainable, modern bioenergy, such as biofuel for transportation and electricity generation from biowaste and industrial products, mitigates climate change, and also the massive use of wood fuel that leads to deforestation. So in that, we utilize the waste and we leave the forests alone to generate enough carbon stocks for climate change adaptation. Lastly, the bioeconomy where fossil-based resources are replaced with renewable bio-based resources, providing a great potential for climate change mitigation and adaptation, both in terms of carbon neutrality, such as carbon sequestration, and also improving climate change resilience. So all these are done in order for the bioeconomy to release pressure on the bio resources so that the climate change impact can be less by utilizing or the bio materials that can be a source from not from the forest but also from the other bioresources like waste and other products. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks. Excellent. I'm going to throw another question into you here, which is the one of biodiversity. What is your feeling? What is your plans on that front?
On biodiversity, actually, when you look at this, the convention on biodiversity, it is well laid on bioeconomy, because to have a diversity, you have to have the conservation of the biodiversity.
Yes.
And to do that, you have to utilize other resources other than the biodiversity in the region. And you can also use the biodiversity bioproducts, which you can utilize for bioeconomy in the region. And that's conserving the biodiversity in the East African community. We leave the forests alone, but we can use other products from the forest to come up with bio-based products that we can use for well-being and also health, a healthy population of the ESC. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that was a really good interview. I really enjoyed speaking to you there. Anything else you'd like to tell the World Bioeconomy Forum people, followers?
Yeah, thank you, Mark. It is now time for bioeconomy. It is a new concept, but we need to embrace it and use it to generate income, create jobs for our citizens. And looking at climate change effects now, we need to embrace the bioeconomy and involve innovations in coming up with the bioproducts from the bioeconomy. And lastly, the private sector in East African community is running a lot of bioeconomy projects, and they have innovated. We have now many products that can increase income for the citizens of ESC. Thank you, Mark.
Excellent. Muyambi, it's been fantastic talking to you. Really, really great. And
nice
all the best to you.
Thank you.
All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.